Afflalo right side. Porzingis passes to Lynch. Looking to get back on track here. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. Freak's got 7.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
The drive by Anthony goes up high for the two-handed dunk.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
That's exactly the way to do it, too, Kevin. Go hard to the bucket and don't let them set up the defense.
For Brooklyn, they have shot just 1 free throw earlier, 1 for 1 in the game. That one is off. Jose Calderon is checked in for Aaron Afflalo.
Knicks fans, these are your Knicks City dancers. Go on and give it up.
He hits the second from the line. Here is Lynch. He has 7. Pass to Porzingis. Kicks it to Calderon. He hits Freak, top of the key. Anthony on the wing. 5 on the clock, and there's the 3-second violation. Over a minute and a half into the third quarter of action. Hollis Jefferson passes to Wright. Here's Lopez. It's rebounded by New York. Coming off that loss against the Nets.
Yeah, it's just hard to make up when you have an inability to make free throws consistently, and that's why they ended up losing.
Yes, sir. I think some doubt started to creep in when they kept missing those foul shots. I mean, you could see them start to shy away from wanting to even go to the line. Well, they've only got a slight edge in rebounding when you look at the numbers, but it certainly feels a lot bigger than it is.
Yeah, the score has a lot to do with that. Their overall effort and execution has been elite.
Hollis Jefferson passes to Robinson. Here's Lopez. It's rebounded by Porzingis.
And out of the gates here in this second half, they have not started well. 0 of 3.
And there's Lopez. That's good on the assist by Freak. Freak's got his 5th assist in this one. Nets trail by 19. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Sure could, Kev. I mean, too many empty trips. They need some points.
The pass to Hollis Jefferson. Wright dishes to Lopez. Clock at 6. Wright outside. The Nets need to get a shot off here. The 11-footer. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good. That's 12 points for Brook Lopez. Now here's Freak, guarded closely. Inside. That one falls, coming off Anthony's feet. And it's 9 points for Freak.
And now we can see them really working it inside.
Yeah, Clark, quality looks at the rim. That's fueling this run.
High post Lopez. All sorts of time. Kept alive.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
Freak kicks to Anthony. Nice concentration to hit the double clutch layup. Anthony's got 13 points.
Excellent ball movement there, guys.
And that's keyed this run. Passing it with purpose. The D hasn't been able to keep up.
Three-pointer. And again, New York with the triple.
A good look there, and he didn't waste it. His second 3 of the game.
Nets have gone only 1 of 5 from the field since halftime. Very slow start offensively. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. It's stolen by Anthony. And it's out of bounds. The Nets will take it the other way. Now let's take a look at the teams that have been holding their opponents to the fewest points in the last 10 games. Number 1, the Knicks.
I mean, they've been impressive on the defensive end, and they may have caught a few teams on off nights, but you've got to give them credit. They've made scoring a chore when you look at their opponents.
Knicks fans, these are your Knicks City dancers. Go on and give it up.
taking a look here at numbers for Anthony. He's really stood out for them over the past. 3 assists and 3 rebounds. With him, you get so much, but his ability to lead the way with his scoring, probably his best attribute.
An offensive powerhouse. He can just beat you in so many ways. Got to give it up for him. Much love.
Looking at who's out there now for the Knicks. Kyle O'Quinn, he's checked in for Lopez. Sanders comes in for Porzingis. Thomas checked in for Anthony. And it's a Afflalo in for Jose Calderon. Here's Lynch. And good. Got the English that time as it falls. Freak's got 11 points.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams. And that'll increase their rebound advantage. They've definitely been winning that battle on the board.
And you know what? No rebounds, no rings, and they've controlled the boards, and that's what's given them control of this game.
There's a screen. Here's O'Quinn. No good. And it's the Nets taking it the other way. Here's Barnes. Powered down after the assist. Let him into the lane.
Wow, fired that bounce pass in there beautifully.
And here are the Knicks. They're on a 20-5 run here. Thomas kicks to Sanders. He feeds it to Freak. And again, New York with the triple.
This defense is giving their shooters free rein to operate from beyond the arc.
And when you allow shooters to get in a rhythm, then you're going to have problems because they can hit it even when you start to defend it with intensity.
Afflalo, no good.
Excellent. Really solid job, actually, by the defense to get in his way as he was going up for that one.
Johnson draws the double. Pass to McCullough, and the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Johnson.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Lynch's shot is good. Freak's got 11 points here in just the second half.
Almost uncontested. I mean, it's nice to be able to add to the lead without having to really work for it.
Johnson outside. From deep. Shot is off.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Knicks City Dancers.
And we're getting underway here in the fourth quarter. The scoreboard tells the story in this match. And it's Lynch in for Grant. Brooklyn's gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. Lynch in at point guard. Williams is out there with Humphries. Then there's Calderon, and it's O'Quinn in at the center. That's the 5 for New York right now. The dish now to Calderon. He kicks to Freak. Feeds it to O'Quinn. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
And he is the ultimate when it comes to being a floor leader on the offensive end.
Yeah, you know, he's got a little bit of Greg Anthony in it, and he has been that leader today. I think he's done a really nice job of moving the ball and distributing it the way it needs to be done.
Well, Clark, I'm glad you referenced specifically why you thought he had a little Greg Anthony. I thought you were talking about my knees, my man, because he looked a little hobbled out there for a moment. And he came off that screen, and the D just didn't get over the top of it.
Yep, weren't there in time enough to challenge Greg, and when that's the case, you can mark those up for him.
The feed to Humphries. He dishes it to Calderon. The kick out to Williams. Humphries, the pass to Calderon. Clock at 4. Here's Lynch. No dice from 9 feet out.
I tell you what, the defense should send Christmas cards for that miss.
Barnes dishes to Lopez. That's good.
Well, he certainly isn't the one to blame for them being in the hole. He's been on the money with his game.
Freak kicks to Williams.
Is there another player out there capable of moves as stunning as that?
A handful at the most. He is an elite company.
You know, he's got that it factor, no doubt about it. He causes excitement just by walking in the building.
Oh, that was a great angle we just saw, courtesy of Kia. Barnes. Knicks with the rebound.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Knicks.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, Stephen Clark. An all-around dominant performance, Clark. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
I certainly did, and they just cracked it open and made it an NC. No contest.
Yeah, I like that. And a milestone win for the season. This will push their victory total to 20 wins even.
And I guess one good turn deserves another. In the final contest between these two teams, guys, this win ties up their tug-of-war season series 2-2 against the Nets.
And beyond the actual result of this game, fans are going to look back and see this was just a monstrous performance for Freak. Just an outpouring of points from him. Nobody could do much to keep him from dropping it in.
The Knicks making a switch here. Thomas is checked in. McCullough's checked in for Brooklyn. Hollis Jefferson comes in for Joe Johnson. Here's McCullough. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup.
Oh, and look at how well he led him in there. Really, he passed him open for that deuce.
And Thomas has it in the corner. Dishes it to Freak. Intercepted. And here's the break. Here's Wright. Finished off the break.
And really, once he got that steal, just really nothing the defense could do.
That's why turnovers are so costly, because in many cases, they're indefensible once possession changes hands.
Yeah, the defender all over it.
Greg, he got him good there. I mean, that's why the shot was so far off.
Line for your Knicks, Freak, taking 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one.
Come on.
Lynch hits them both. Brooklyn with the ball. Here's Hollis Jefferson. Barnes with it. Offline with his 3. Now Calderon. Here's Lynch. And that comes off the assist by Calderon.
And you can sense the fact that they didn't want to let the fans down here. It's been a fun night to be in the building.
Greg, it really has been. I mean, such a lively, vibrant atmosphere, and no doubt that played a part in the big win.
So no problem for New York as they get the win. It was a tale of 2 teams tonight, one that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and Clark the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
Well, I think these fans, too, Kevin, gave their team a tremendous lift. I mean, they never gave up on them. From the opening tip until the end of the game, they were in it. And that certainly helped this crew get to the W.
And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke, standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Jose, congratulations on the win here tonight. How important was winning this game following your last loss to try to reestablish some momentum?
Well, I think we played better. I think we're getting confidence. I know it was a bad loss, but we know what we have to do to win games. We got to be really concentrate. That's what we've been doing. Everybody got to be on the same page. Keep
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Hi again, everybody. This is Ernie Johnson, joined by Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Time now to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Freak. He had an outstanding third quarter. Whatever they needed in terms of energy and offense, he was the firepower that propelled them during the second half.
Boom, 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 boom. That's right, Ernie. Instruments. This guy was instrumental in the night in making sure they avoided a second straight loss. They needed somebody to step up tonight, and he was their guy.
You know, Freak was a 4.0 honor student growing up. And tonight, that high IQ is one of the things we saw on display with that sensational performance. Combine his smarts with the fact that he lives and breathes basketball, there's no doubt that he's one of the most intelligent players we have in this league.
And that'll do it for this edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. Hope you enjoyed the show. From myself, Kenny Smith.